Cool. So I'm bored, I'm done with all my work for today, so I'm gonna talk about birds of paradise. Look, you asked for this. It's like the shirt says, slot for science. So, background. They're family Paradisidae, which is order Passeriformes, which, as we all remember, I've talked about this before, probably. Passeriformes are most birds. They're named that. They've got the feet. They're perching birds. It's because of their feet. They perch. And that's, you tell they're different because of their feet. They look like this. Most of these are found in Papua New Guinea / Eastern Australia. There's 42 species of birds of paradise total, but I'm not talking about all of them because that's a lot and I'm lazy. Let's go. First. So this is Wahin's parosha. These bad boys are pretty cool. This one's first because I had to identify one the other day for Twitter and Merlin didn't recognize it, so I had to put an actual effort to find it, so a tragedy, I know. These bad boys do a fun dance where they stick out their neck feathers like an umbrella for the rest of their body, but not their head, and they do a little hop around, and they wave around their little head feathers like they're trying to attract the nearest house cat to play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with their head. Cool thing is, we used to only have footage of this from the side, but from above is where the females actually see it from, and we just got recently footage of that, so we get to see the cool part. And the cool part is, of course, their safety vest, iridescent throat, and top of head, so that it's important. The ladies gotta know that it's OSHA approved, safe to smash. Okay, let's get that slot out of here. Next! This one caught my attention because it's called the Magnificent Rifle Bird. Imagine getting to name a species and you're all like, wow, I put in all this work, I found this species, I identified it, figured out the taxonomy, and then someone says, what are you gonna name it? And you say, gun. Doesn't even sound like a gun. This bad boy looks like it's trying to catfish you into thinking that it's just a normal, boring blackbird, but actually it's the kind of catfish where they use like just pictures of celebrities off the internet. It's not even convincing. It's just too pretty. So, mostly black. As you can see, it's got a blue throat. I can't read my notes like this. They've got that iridescent blue throat, and I don't even know where to start with that. Their mating dance is like a mixture between a youth pastor and that one kid who's like too enthusiastic at the 6th grade middle school dance. You know, it's all like arms out, side to side, just vibing. They say, give me a hug. And the females say, only if you've got that cool throat patch. For whatever reason, they put all that effort into making sure that the blue throat made it through natural selection, so I gotta put it to use somehow. You ever look at a bird and say, yeah, you probably don't have many predators? That's this next boy. Princess Stephanie's Estrafia. This bird got its own car when it turned 16, and also its own bedazzled golf cart when it turned whatever age they let you drive golf carts at. Do I look like I know anything about golf? The tail feathers are just unnecessary. They also have the blue throat. What is it with birds and the iridescent blue throats? I'll look into the visible color spectrum of birds some other time. I don't want to do it right now. Anyway, one more because I'm afraid my roommate's gonna show up and see me sitting in my room like this. Just to keep your expectations in check, we're gonna finish off with the lesser superb bird of paradise. Like, yeah, these guys are still bird of paradise, and they're superb, but their older siblings make sure that they don't get their head too full of themselves because they're still lesser. Blue throat once again. They're also disputed. What probably happened is that there was a scientist out there studying regular birds of paradise, but the birds were real jerks about it, and so the scientist said, guess what, boyo? You're lesser birds of paradise now. How do you feel about that? Anyway, these guys do the blue throat thing too. Sorry to disappoint. But also, one of them probably just hung out with a royal flycatcher at some point and was like, wait, I want that hat. So they just focused real hard, and then their kids were able to do it. Or mutations and selection and all that jazz, but that's boring. I think these guys' ancestors just thought about hats real hard while they banged. I don't know if I have anything else. I'll talk about birds some more if you want. Also, appreciate my drawings. Thanks for listening. This is my TED Talk about birds of paradise, Volume 1. Most of the stuff said in this is true.